And now our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. All right, we send it back inside the octagon. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Walt the Big Chicken Harris. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, S.Pavlovich.
Ready to fight? Ready.
All right, well, you know how good the big ticket W.Harris is as a heavyweight, especially early on, and that is a reality. Certainly that is not lost on his opponent here tonight. We have seen... Oh, perfect head kick there.
That was a jab.
Oh, huge left. S.Pavlovich gets caught with that punch. His chin is held up thus far. Got to shore up the defense here, though. Straight punch is true. Oh, another blistering combination there. Really starting to do a nice job stringing the shots together.
And you can see the damage in his opponent's body. His face, his body, his legs. He's beating him up on all the targets. It's not one guy just headhunting. He is finding every opening that is presented to him.
While working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Pavlovich. Nice move into half guard. Shades of Daniel Cormier slicing through that guard.
Unbelievable. I love it. Like a knife through butter. What a great job passing.
All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Really good job to land these strikes from top positions. Harris is able to make a nice transition there back into side control. Making all these shots count. Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
All right, working inside his opponent's guard here.
You cannot sit in these jiu-jitsu guys' guard. And you can't have one arm in, one arm out. Guys can start throwing up legs, chasing triangles.
Harris is in half guard. Under a minute now to go in this one. Landing strikes nicely here from top position. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through. Side control now. All right, so look at that. A cut has been opened around that eye area.
He's taking shots over and over again to that area, and now he's dealing with a cut.
Oh, good shot landed there from the bottom. Round 2 straight ahead. All right, so that's the end of the round. Potential adversity here. He's got a cut on his cheek sustained from that strike in the round. Now the focus becomes maximizing these 60 seconds, shutting that cut and preventing it from becoming a major factor here moving forward. All right, so there's the end of the round, and the tide has officially turned. A huge head strike to stun his opponent. We'll see which corner can adjust here moving forward.
I mean, they've got to be celebrating. They've got to be happy. Everything's working. But the other side has to be concerned. They have to figure something out, make some sort of adjustment to try to change the tide of this fight.
You ready to fight? You ready?
All right, second round underway.
He does a great job fighting from both sides. Beautiful left-hand shot.
Well, we see this a lot, DC, but this instance, it's particularly surprising to see a wrestler on his level not attempt to change the level.
I don't understand it. You know, when you have that weapon, you have that ability to take people to the ground, you have to use it. Even if it's to set up your strike, I don't understand why he is not trying to change his level, get to the hips, and get takedowns. Nice punch to the head. He's got to start moving his head. He cannot take this many shots to the head.
That jab is fast. Look at that jab.
Back and forth we go.
Jab that hook was nasty. Oh, nice inside leg kick. Yeah.
Harris's nose is bleeding now. Looks to be cut, perhaps there on the bridge. Oh, and he caught the kick.
Doing a great job fighting behind the reach and dictating where the fight takes place.
Takedown defense holds up. Whiffs on the straight right hand. All right, so the hands are crispy tonight. Not exactly what we thought we would see out of this wrestler, but as a former two-time U.S. Olympian yourself with some hands, you can fall in love with this.
You can fall in love with the striking. And he is showing tonight that everything starts with his wrestling. He gives you the level change, which then in turn helps him land in the striking. He looks fantastic. I did not expect him to look this good in the boxing.
Straight right hand now just misses. So a much different approach for him here in this second round. He was a little bit tentative in round one, a little bit of a feeling out process. Now he has clearly found his rhythm, found the range. We'll see if he can continue with more activity here in round two. All right, well, that blow is bussing from that cut with each strike landed, and he continues to effectively target that area.
You know, we are talking about a guy with super high fight IQ. So when you give him that blood, that crimson red is nothing more than something that inspires him to continue doing what he's doing. So you have got to change something. You got to get your head moving so you're not taking too much damage to that cut.
Round three next. All right, so there's the end of the round. Big story in this one now. The cut on the bridge of that nose from that strike. The cut man is in there. Should be able to shut this one and potentially prevent it from being a factor here moving forward. All right, let us get you some replays from that previous round. His nose is significantly damaged after his opponent's handiwork in that previous frame.
It's smashed. It's smashed, John. And you see the cut on it. You see the bruising. It's bad now. But in a couple days, it'll be much worse.
Yeah.
Because that's when you get the black eyes and you start to look like a freaking penguin. The guy is taking too many shots with his head. He's not doing a great job of moving his head off the center line. If he wants to win this fight, he has got to be smarter in his approach.
And he is toughness personified, but you got to think that that nose, in terms of his breathing pattern, is going to start to give him issues as this fight presses on. All right, next round is now underway. I thought there was pretty good back and forth action in the previous round.
Yes, it wasn't a firefight. It wasn't two guys throwing the kitchen sink at each other. But you did see times where they came together and you saw the skill level of these two fighters.
Well, I'm not sure if it's the fatigue, fear, if that's a factor at all, but his submission skills are so good, but he can't execute them if he can't get the fight to the ground.
Got to get the fight to the
Nice double leg takedown attempt there, and you got to think that's something that's going to give him confidence moving forward in this fight.
A lot of confidence when it happens that easily. He took a shot, he got a takedown. What now will stop him from doing it over and over again? See him put himself into the half guard, like the control, yep.
And very effective with the ground and pound.
That was nice.
Pavlovich is back in format.
He's got to be careful here.
Hey, stay with the game plan. Stay with the game plan. Listen.
All these actions, though, these big actions, got to wear on the gas tank of both guys.
Continuing to work out of the half guard. All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. Less than 2 minutes with which to work here. control now. Well, they won't need to go bonus begging after this one. They're getting a bonus tonight. This fight has been all action from the opening horn.
I mean, what a phenomenal fight. Both fighters should be very proud of themselves.
Under a minute now to go in this one.
There it is. Now he's on the mount.
Harris is in half guard.
This is a terrible position.
Final 10 seconds of the fight. All right, the official decision is in. It resides with the venerable Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges scored the contest 30-28, 9-28, 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, S.Pavlovich.
All right, well, we told you off the top, one fighter was more well-rounded, one was primarily a wrestler and needed the judges' scorecards, but the more balanced fighter, clearly the better man tonight.
Yeah, with no question. We knew who the better fighter was. And we knew kind of who the better fighter was whenever we first saw the matchup. But in order, it's one thing to believe it, it's another thing to implement and make it happen. He showed that tonight and earns a huge victory.